Thank you very much. I was saying that it's a pleasure and honor to be having you today. And today, as normal, my name is Eve. I'll be hosting you. And I'm not gonna introduce you, though I can do it, but you will do it yourself. But just
Okay, sir.
today we shall concentrate on unblocking the path of scholarship. I was saying that the word has been stolen from your literature. You've used
Yes.
it somewhere. Yeah. And today we want to help people knowing how they can study in Korea for free. There are different scholarship, different ways they can get or access those scholarships so that they can pursue their studies. Not only that, we shall have time also to talk about some other opportunities that comes along with those scholarships. And if you allow, at the end, we can go back and see some of your literature. You know, I've known you some years back, not only as a colleague at university, but I've known some of the work of your hand.
Yes.
The poetry, your public speaker. You will talk about it, but I've known some of your work, like the recent one called Unbroken.
Yes, yes.
I use Lily to follow you because you have a lot of things that many people can learn from. At the end, if you allow, you will talk a little bit about them and where people who want them can access them from. So, without wasting much of the time, I would like hand over to you so that you introduce yourself before we go into the real matter.
Okay. Thank you so much for the pleasure. Actually, the pleasure is mine to be given the opportunity to, explain and expatiate further on something that is of great passion that we have. Because when you experience the kind of experience that I and you have had, so you will be willing to share that experience to those who do not have the opportunity to explore what we've been able to explore. So first and foremost, it is my pleasure. Thank you so much, sir, for having me here. So, and I really, really appreciate the platform that you have given me to also expatiate further on what we've experienced. So basically, to what the first assignment that you gave me, which is the introduction. So in short, my name is Akintola Ashraf Akintayo. My first name is Ashraf, so you can call me Ashraf. So I am from Nigeria. So and I am presently studying in the Department of Biomedical Convergence Science and Technology for my PhD in Kyungpook National University, Daegu, South Korea. So Kyungpook National University, I think as I'm doing my introduction, I should also tell people about what Kyungpook is all about. Kyungpook National University is the #1 national university in South Korea. So, and it ranks among the top 100 in the world. So present top ranking, so in the world. So it is not just a small university. So my name is Ashraf, as I've said, and I'm here doing my PhD. I did my master's here for under the Department of Applied Biology. So I graduated in 2018. So this is my the third semester. We just finished our third semester in our PhD program for the Biomedical Convergence Science and Technology. I think that will do a little bit for the purpose of introduction, academic-wise. So,
Absolutely, absolutely. Though you cannot miss out talking about other careers or other
exactly.
gift God has given to you.
Yes, yes, yes. So, I am a poet, a public speaker, a writer. I make videos, a YouTuber. So, I have a lot of things I do.
I've
So,
really, to be honest, I've really liked your poetry. Sure, your poetry.
thank you.
I've been
Thank you
following
so
you
much.
uh, since maybe 2017.
Yes,
And
yes.
I really like your poetry. You are good at that, and it will be a very good career. Maybe we shall have time to talk about that later on.
Yes, yes. Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully,
Sure.
hopefully.
So, which means that you're graduating in next 1 year or 2 years.
1 year, 1 year,
Your
one
PhD.
year officially it will be in the next 2 years, but for the graduation. But as expected of foreign students in South Korea, so you would have finished all your thesis by the December of the precluding here. For example, I started my PhD in 2020 February, so by December 2022 I would have finished, which is the minimum of 3 years.
Sure.
I've had the experience of people spending like 2.5 years here in Tiongkok. So it depends on how the professor determines you. Oh, are you ready to graduate? For basically, for Department of Agriculture and some departments in some school of agriculture, in the school of maybe sciences, basic sciences, people graduate for 3 years. But in engineering and other departments, so 3 years it's a luxury. Most people graduate 3.5 years, at least 3.5 years. So, but
Uh,
in our field, so it's 3 years minimum.
exactly. I've seen it even in different universities. Once you finish your
Yes.
stuff and you're ready,
Mm.
you can do it
Mm.
as fast as possible. Then
As possible. Yes.
I
Yes.
would like to go straight to what I wanted to know, and more people are expecting to know. Then,
Mm.
uh, how about scholarship in Korea? How to access them? What different types of scholarship are there? The deadlines for them, the documents needed, who are eligible for that? Would you tell us a little bit about that opportunity?
Mm. So thank you so much. For scholarship in Korea, it's actually a wide range. We have a wide range of scholarship opportunities in Korea. So the problem is that most people do not know about the scholarship for international students in South Korea. So, but because for the purpose of this gathering, I would like to highlight not just two, but three, and I can add one more. So to make it four, as people can easily explore. So basically, to as a beginner in searching for scholarship opportunities in Korea, so if you want to know the variety that we have in Korea, although it might not cover all the varieties in Korea, but it's the official page of the South Korean government. So you can go to studyinkorea.go.kr, studyinkorea.go.kr. So from there, you can navigate the different scholarship opportunities that we have in
Study in
South Korea.
Korea, can you repeat it again?
Studyinkorea.go.kr. STUDYINKOREA that is go.kr.
Yes.
So that is the official page of the South Korean scholarship government for scholarship scheme for international students. So and under maybe at the end as we move on, I will also expatiate further on why students, especially from Africa, so why South Korea is a choice destination, even not from Africa. So why South Korea is a choice destination for international studies or for graduate studies. So I'm still going to expatiate further on that. So maybe if time permits, as we go on along the line. So, but basically, I will start from the GKS, Government Global Korea Scholarship. So, Global Scholarship is the number one scholarship platform for international students, so across the whole world. So, one of the benefits that this Global Korea Scholarship, what it offers, is that one, it takes care of the actual cost of your airfare, maybe from your country. So, it takes care of that, and it takes care of resettlement allowance, the
Wow.
living allowance, medical insurance, the language courses. So if you come to Korea through this Global Korea Scholarship, you'll be mandated to study Korea for 1 year. So of course, I'm still going to talk about that on how to survive, how to live efficient, how to live and enjoy Korea as we move on in the program. So you'll be mandated to study Korea for 1 year. So this Global Korean Scholarship, it's mandatory that you take this Korean course for 1 year and you have to pass. So before you proceed to the choice of course you want to study in Korea. Then after the language courses, it will take care of the tuition fees all throughout your graduation period, all throughout your study period. So it will take care, if you are proficient enough in Korean language, which is Hanguk, if you are proficient enough, you also have award of excellence. You also have research support for your work. You also have printing costs for your dissertation, and you have completion grants. If you are able to complete your program, you also be given a grant for completion of that. So the fees for these different areas that you'll be qualified for if you are selected for Global Korean Scholarship. So it varies from 100,000 to 210,000. But basically, your life will be easy financially when you are selected. So you don't have anything to worry about with regards to financial worries. So everything is taken care of. So how do you qualify for this? So all this I'm saying is already present in the website, but to give us a first-hand information, so and to also expatiate further for those of us that we've experienced how these things work. So it is not a fluke; it is real. So people that are coming through this Global Career Scholarship are enjoying these benefits. So how do you know that you are qualified? So as an undergraduate, the first thing is you must be under 25 years of age if you are coming for undergraduate studies. Now, there are some scholarship that you won't be selected for, that is not meant for undergraduate. I'm still going to talk about that. So, but Global Korean Scholarship offers you the opportunity to come as an undergraduate, to study undergraduate program in South Korea. But one of the first requirements is that you must not hold Korean citizenship. You must not be a Korean, of course. You are coming from Africa. You are coming from Africa or from Asia or from South America. So you must not be a Korean citizen. So the second one is you should be mentally, physically fit. You know, some people come here with pre-existing medical condition, and then when they come here, they become a problem. So the purpose of giving them the scholarship might not be achieved by the Korean government. So one, you must be physically, mentally, and psychologically fit, because you even pass through medical tests. So the second one is you must be under 25 years of age if you are coming for undergraduate studies. If you are coming for postgraduate studies, you must not be over 40 years of age. So and that graduate studies is maybe masters or Ph.D. So, and then you must have finished your elementary, your high school before coming or applying for, or you must have finished your high school courses before entering into Korea. That means if you are in high school, you can start the process of application. So while you are still maybe you are in the final year of your high school studies, so you can start applying. So so you must have finished all your courses in high school before your arrival at in KNU. In Korea. So that is one of the requirements for undergraduate studies. So, and then if one of the educational academic requirements is that your GPA, so your grade point average, must be more than 80% of in the last. So they are not looking for people that are dull. So they are looking for excellent students, and we have a lot of excellent students, especially in Africa. So we know we have them in abundance. So we have brilliant students. So you must have 80% from the last educational institution that you attended. And then, of course, if you are coming for graduate studies, you must have had your bachelor's degree or master's degree by the date of arrival. So the same thing that applies for undergraduate also applies for postgraduates here. So if you are in your final year of bachelor's degree or master's degree, you can also process your application. But the how will I put it? The downside of that is that many people are applying with already complete documents.
Mhm.
So if you are applying with incomplete documents, so your chances of being selected is very slim.
It's very
So,
low.
but that doesn't stop you from applying. You
Yes.
know, it's about luck. So you might be lucky that you are selected. But the fact still remains that a lot of people are applying with already complete certificate. Maybe they've already completed their programs.
Mhm.
So of course they stand a better chance of being selected than you that you have not completed
Who
your
have not
studies.
yet got his certificate.
Certificate, exactly. So there are stories of we've had cases of students that are already here that have even completed semesters
Mhm.
that but because they had issue with their certificate, so they had to withdraw from the
Oh.
program here and go back home. So it's quite unfortunate. So to be on a safer side, so make sure that you have the already complete certificate, passed through the board. That doesn't stop you if you are very sure that you can get your certificate before arrival or before your commencement of the program here in South Korea.
Okay.
So those are the basic requirements. Now, the procedure for the application. So there are two ways. There are two ways for Global Korean Scholarship. You can either apply through the embassy track
Mhm.
or you apply through university track.
Okay.
So what do you mean by embassy or university track? The embassy track means you can go to the Korean, when the application period begins, you can apply for the embassy track, you can apply to the Korean embassy, send your documents to the Korean embassy, submit your document to the Korean embassy in your country.
Mhm.
So from there, they can cut down the selection of people that they need for the scholarship program. The second one is the university track. The university track involves you sending selecting the university that you want to go to in Korea, right from maybe Rwanda or Nigeria or Ghana or Cote d'Ivoire or anywhere you are. So you can select, oh, I like KNU, I like SNU, I
Mhm.
like KIST.
Mhm.
So you apply directly to those schools. So then the schools will make selection, and then from the selection that the schools have made, they will now forward the selected people to the NIIED. So the
Ah.
NIIED
Uh-huh.
is the Ministry of Education in South Korea.
Mhm.
So it is now the NID that will evaluate the potential candidates and notify the Korean embassy of the final selected KGSP grantees.
Yes.
So the final decision lies with the NIIED. There are some people that are selected from the university, but they are not eventually selected by the NIIED. So that
Oh.
is just the summary of the application and the qualification and all the other stuff. So for the requirement, you have you submit a lot of documents, of course, notarization, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Education in your country. So it takes a lot of processes. So and each country has its own unique way of processing your documents. So that is but that is what I just gave is the general summary of the Global Korean Scholarship Program. Now, having said that, the second most popular form of scholarship is uh, the King Scholarship. In South Korea, in the university that we are in, Kyungpook National University, we call it King Scholarship.
Mhm.
So other universities they call it different names, but
Ah.
the procedure is the same. So in this procedure, you'll be the one. Now, in this one, there is no opportunity for undergraduate courses,
Mhm.
just graduate courses.
Masters and
Now,
PhDs.
yeah, masters and PhD.
Mhm.
So there is no. Just give me 1 second.
Yes.
So there is no opportunity for undergraduate studies in
Yeah.
this particular scholarship scheme. So just a masters and a PhD. Now, what happens here is that you begin your application by searching online for professors that does the same thing that you want to do. For example, I just finished my program in zoology. So, and I major in entomology. Now, but I need professors that are already working in that field so that I can study under them. So basically, what this King Scholarship in KNU, what it entails is that you will look for professors that have research grants, that they have research grants that you can work under as a student, maybe as a master's or PhD. So, and it is from these research grants that the professor will be sponsoring your academic work, maybe tuition, paying your stipends and the likes. So it is from there that the professor will pay you. So, sorry, one second, please. I have to. Now, so it is from there that the professors will start paying you. Now, it involves you now starting, okay, I finished my BSc program. Now, I want to look for a professor that does the same thing that I want to go into. So how do I begin to search? So it involves you going online, maybe through publications or through LinkedIn. So people get a lot of connections from LinkedIn.
Yes.
So, and so another form of connection that people get is through, like now, you're my brother. Maybe you are in another place. You are in South Korea. I am in Rwanda. So, but because I know you that you are in South Korea, you are able to see professors for me that are looking for students. So you will now recommend me to that professor. So to take me as his master's student. But this method, a lot of people have tried it. It's working, but sometimes it will not work. Sure. So what works mostly is that the students themselves, they will go online, search for professor. Now, through, how do they search? I've said it through LinkedIn. And another way that the search is being done is that they search through publications of different professors. So if you are seriously a upcoming researcher, you can start by searching for publications in the field you want to go into. Maybe you are a zoologist, you want to go into entomology. So start searching for journals that are doing based on entomology. So from the journals that are based on entomology, you can see the professors. From the professors, you can see their emails. So it is from these emails that you selected, oh, this professor, I like his work. You now write a letter of intent with your CV, with all your certificates to show that you are qualified for that work. So you send it to the professor. If the professor wishes and have space to take you, he would send you a letter. He would reply you, and he would accept you, and you will apply for this university in question. So that is basically how it works. So if you got the link through LinkedIn or the link through someone that you know that is in that country or in that school, now another way that you can also do that is by looking for different universities. You know, different universities in Korea have different, they have their website. From the website, you can see the what's it called? The different links of different departments. So from the department, you can see the emails of the professors. So then that is where you can start writing or selecting the professors you want. You write a letter to them. So most of the time, I have a friend that wrote a letter of intent to about 600 professors, and he got 2 replies. Eventually, one of the reply he got, he's now doing his PhD. He's almost graduating on his PhD now. He started as a master's. He got 2 replies out of almost 600 professors. He wrote letters of intent to. So now this is where the problem is. It takes experience and skills to know how to write letter of intent that will capture the interest of people, and that is what I enumerate mostly in the book that you made you made a reference to in the book that I wrote, Unblock Your Path. So that is how King Scholarship, that is how it works. But in this King Scholarship, so the only thing that you'll be having financial respite for is that the professor will be paying your school fees. Yes, if you have a very nice professor. if your professor has research grants that is enough to pay for your school fees and also for your monthly stipend. Apart from that, no, you don't have
Opportunity.
any other financial support.
Uh-huh.
So unlike the Global Korea Scholarship that will take care of everything,
Everything.
your transport, your everything. But
So,
in Kings, you don't have that luxury. So that is just the main difference. So that
okay.
is the main difference between uh, Kings and Global Korea Scholarship.
So for
So, but yes, that is that about.
scholarship, you don't need a supervisor first.
Nam, he said
For global Korea scholarship, it is not necessary to find a supervisor
yes.
before.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
You don't necessarily need. You don't
Okay.
necessarily need.
Mm-hmm.
You don't necessarily need. In some cases, actually, or although in some cases, if you are lucky to have developed a rapport with a professor, the professor might recommend you to the
Mm-hmm.
university. If you apply through university track, the
Mm-hmm.
professor might write a recommendation letter for you that this student has this potential. So yes, you might scale through the university stage, but the final decision, irrespective of the recommendation letter, lies with the NIIED.
Yeah.
So usually it doesn't actually take a weight. So the final decision lies with the NIIED.
Uh-huh.
So, but you can, if you have had a rapport with a professor and you told him that, oh, I want to work under you, I've applied for the GKS scholarship through university track, please recommend me.
Yeah.
So if he recommends you, well, it's a good opportunity for you to get selected, but it's not a determining factor for selection
I
or
see.
scholarship.
Uh-huh. So,
So, the third one in the scholarship aspect is the Koica scholarship.
uh-huh.
In the Koica scholarship, just 1 second, please.
Yes.
So, in the Koica scholarship, so it Koica scholarship is for basically for partner countries that are partnering with South Korea
Mm-hmm.
in terms of agriculture, in terms of research, and in terms of technology, and in terms of biomedicals too.
Uh-huh.
Nowadays, they've added economic collaborations too in Koika. Before,
Uh-huh.
it used to be only the faculty of agriculture so that are selected for Koika scholarship. But
Mm-hmm.
now Koika scholarship has extended beyond that.
Yeah.
So Koika scholarship is one of the most prestigious
Mm-hmm.
scholarship programs in South Korea because it offers a lot of financial support. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of financial support is being offered by the Koika scholarship. Now it is similar to the GKS scholarship that I just enumerated earlier on in terms of financial support. But there's one of the purpose of Koika scholarship is designed to nurture key leaders in partner countries who can contribute to the social economic development of their home countries. So it
Ah,
is required of every Koika graduate that they go back to their country to apply what they've been able to learn to their countries.
so they are country.
So yeah, exactly. So and there are in total 63 countries that are under the Koika program that are collaborating with Koika. So in Asia, we have Afghanistan up to Vietnam. In Africa, we have 24 countries.
Yeah.
So 24 countries: Algeria, Angola, Burundi, Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoire, Congo, Egypt, Ethiopia, Gabon, Ghana, Kenya, Libya, Madagascar, Morocco, Mozambique, Nigeria, Rwanda, Senegal, Sudan, Tanzania, Tunisia, Uganda, Zambia, and Zimbabwe.
Okay.
So it is actually an interesting program for people that have been able to attend. It also offers the insurance opportunity, financial settlement allowance, all those stuffs for just like I explained
Mm-hmm.
for KGS scholarship. But there are only selected universities that offer that opportunities in South Korea. So not all universities in South Korea are Koica compliant, or how will I put it, are taking in Koica students. So we only have selected universities. So and Kyungpook National University, just like I said, they offer different programs. So from energy, science, and policy to response to climate change to social economy to agricultural economics to trade and industrial policy for sustainable and inclusive growth to aviation management to finance and tax policy to agricultural production, high value added agriculture, urban regional development, and a lot of all these things. So if you are now working, one of the requirements for political scholarship is that you are working in a government established institution in your country. So that means you are actively among the policymakers in your country. So now, if you are now working in different areas that Koica is offering a scholarship, that means you are eligible to apply. Maybe you are working in aviation management. That means you are eligible to apply for Koica scholarship. If you are working in urban and regional development, you are eligible for Koica scholarship. If you are working in agricultural production, you are welcome. So there are different universities that offer this Koica scholarship. So foremost among them is also Kyungpook National University. So in Kyungpook National Universities, Koica students that are selected only offer courses under agricultural production and high value added agriculture.
Yes.
So agricultural production and high value added agriculture. So there are some other universities that other different aspects of scholarship. Maybe, for example, in Seoul National University, they offer gender and development. In Seoul National University, they also offer public management and public sector reforms. In Songsi University, they also offer ICT techno policy. So a lot of different varieties. Yeah, exactly. So that is one of the benefits of so Koica. Basically, if you are selected as a Koica scholarship recipient, you are like an ambassador of your country. So you'll be treated with that regard. You'll be given free accommodation, free insurance, everything almost free, and you'll be paid almost $1,000 per month.
Wow.
So it's So and it's just for 18 months. No, is it 18 months? Yes, but it's not up to 2 years.
Yes.
So it's not up to 2 years, almost 18 months. So full tuition fees, monthly allowance, airfare, accommodation, settlement allowance, scholarship, competition grants, insurance, extracurricular activity is an interesting avenue to be a scholarship recipient. So the fourth one.
As far as Spendia is concerned, how about Kings and Global Korea Scholarship?
The spending?
Stipendium.
You mean the spending by?
I mean stipendium.
I didn't. Okay, okay. For KGSP, the monthly allowance for if you are in a master's, so the monthly allowance is I think $800 for monthly allowance. So, but for PhD, it is the last I heard is 1.5.
Wow.
Or 1 million to 1.5. So those are the range. But if you are a master's or undergraduate, from undergraduate 800. Now I think I remember. I will confirm. Okay, living allowance is 900,000 Korean won, irrespective of if you are undergraduate or so. It's 900,000. That is $900. So, but if you are PhD, you get 1,000 US dollars. So that is just the basic salary. That is minus all the other additional grants you'll be getting. So, but for Kings, so that one, the amount you'll be getting depends on your professor. But basically, the fee for the stipend for masters, the lowest that I've heard of is 400. $400. So for some masters are collecting $800. Some under different professors. It depends on how rich your professor is with regards to project funding, stuff like that. So if exactly. So if your professor is rich, you can be collecting as much as $800 for masters. So, but for PhD, the lowest that I've heard of is $800 for PhD, and some PhD gets up to 1,500 for PhD. So that is the normal scale. So that is normal scale for the stipend. So, but for Koica you get $990. That one is established. That one is fixed. So for everybody for masters, basic is $990. So that one is about the stipend. So the last one, although I might not be able to dwell much on it, is the Psps scholarship.
What?
So the Psps yes, Psps scholarship. So it's not as popular as the other ones. So, but it is, I think, just a select section of a scholarship program from different universities, just selected universities. So basically, Youngnam University. So Youngnam University offers that opportunity. And Youngnam is in Daegu. So Youngnam University is in Daegu. So it's not as popular as the other one. So the chances of it's just I think how would I put it? Is I think it's a private private kind of scholarship opportunity for some selected countries. So, but I might not be able to go into full details about that. So if you want to know more, you can just search Psps scholarship South Korea or Psps scholarship Youngnam University South Korea. So it's you get much details. People are selected and they are being paid, and you have freedom to explore. So that is one thing. So, but if I would advise, so the best scholarship you can get in Korea as an undergraduate or postgraduate is the KGSP scholarship, because you have the freedom and the opportunity to explore Korea. So you won't have the opportunity in under KGSP because you'll be working under your professor. So basically, that is all your professor is your you has everything. He's your boss. So
I can see.
Yes.
So how about getting some job, or is it allowed to look for a part-time or temporal job while you are studying?
Yes, but no. Yes, but no. From the different scholarship opportunities that I've just enumerated, so only KGSP and PSPS gives you the time opportunity, not really the full opportunity to do part-time job. So the time opportunity. You won't have that time when you are under King's scholarship. You won't have the opportunity to do extra job because you'll be in the lab Mondays to Friday. Some labs open from 9 to 9. So full time, you'll be there full time. So even on weekends, you go to the lab in some laboratories. So you might not have the opportunity in King's scholarship. For KGSP, now another challenge for King's scholarship recipients is that the language barrier. So although you'll be mandated to do the elementary Korean courses when you are in King's, it's compulsory that you do elementary, that maybe literacy program. You'll be able to read Korean words, say 안녕하세요, and some other few Korean languages. But it is not enough to be able to explore Korea. So, but in KGSP, we've already passed through 1 year mandatory of Korean intensive. It's intensive language course. So you can speak Korean. Some people can speak Korean as if they are Koreans themselves. So we have a lot of them. So there's a funny guy, one of our friends, Frank from Congo. I think from Congo, yes. He can speak Korean as if he's drinking water. So
Sure,
those guys,
fluently.
yeah, yeah, fluently. We also have a Nigerian guy too. A lot of guys basically
Ah,
uh that pass through KGSP. Hardly would you see any KGSP. It's not even possible you pass through KGSP and you'll not be able to speak in Korea. So
wow.
it's not possible because the requirement for you to finish that language is that you must pass a particular level of Korean before you pass through to your
And
course.
and
Yeah.
part-time jobs are available in Korea. You can find them if you have time.
Exactly. Even if you have time, you can find them. So, and with the language, if you know the language, oh my God, you have a lot of opportunity to explore.
I
So,
see.
so Koreans too, they like if you know how to speak their language, so they like you. Oh, 한국 잘해요? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, 잘해요. So that's why they would like to communicate and tell you more
I
about
see.
the Korean. So that's just the secret. For
That, that-
Koika,
Mhm.
because they are government ambassadors, you
Yeah.
know, they might not be able to they might not be able to explore more with regards to part-time job, but they
Oh,
also have some level of freedom that King Scholarship residents do not have.
uh-huh.
So, so that's just the difference. So if a Koika recipient wants to work, that means he's also extra industrious to get more money and do other stuff. So, but it depends on how industrial. But the freedom and the limitation is not as that of in King's Scholarship. Yes, in King's Scholarship, especially in KN, if you want to work part time,
Mhm.
that will be, of course, in agreement with your professor. The professor, I know you are not paying me enough, and the professor still
Get
agrees.
something extra.
I want to do something extra. So that means you can do that, but it is illegal. Basically, if you are a student in South Korea, it is illegal for you to work. Officially, it is illegal for you to work, like get a part-time job.
Ah,
So if you want to do it the legal way, you have to go through the school, through the immigration office, and then they will give you a permit to work. There will be a limit
uh-huh.
to the number of hours you can work in a
Hours.
week.
Mhm.
So, but to do it without doing that is illegal. But people do it. It's not advisable because if they catch such a person, so you might face a lot of penalty. So, but people, there, if you have the time, you can apply or do other things for you to do extra job.
Okay.
So
Good, good. As far as life in Korea is concerned, do you see that that stipendia is enough for all those types of scholarship?
yeah, Koreans are very intelligent. They will pay you enough that will be able to sustain you in Korea. Only it takes you if you know that oh, I come from I come from Ghana, I come from Nigeria. I shouldn't be living my life as if I'm a rich person. So that will now invite you to adopt the economic mode of life.
Yeah.
So you won't live life like a Korean. You
Ah,
know, Koreans do eat out a lot. So
they have done their
hardly would
calculations before.
e- exactly. So they would pay you like enough that oh, if you eat out every day, 30 days in a month, this amount will sustain you. So,
Aha.
but it hardly sustains. But for you to live life you like you want to live life. So, but most people go into economy mode. So that's why most people look for extra job to sustain.
That,
But if you are being paid as a Koika student, I'm talking what I just said is for kings,
yes.
kings.
Uh,
But Koika and KGSP, you have abundance to live large the way you want to live large.
the life you want to live.
So you are being paid enough to sustain yourself. So you don't have any worries with regards to accommodation or insurance or anything. That is among the worries of King Scholarship recipients. So it's not that for Koika scholarship recipients. So they have enough free housing. So
Wow.
the only thing you have to do is just to pay, buy food, finish. Every
Ah,
other thing is free.
notice. So if I've understood well, for all those types of scholarship, they pay you altern ticket, flight ticket,
Yes.
and insurance.
Insurance, yes. Except Kings.
Ah, that's really
Except
nice.
Kings.
Then,
Yeah.
would you share some experience as far as Korean culture is concerned? How do you fit in type of food, culture, those kind of things?
Uh, Basically, Korean culture is, especially if you are staying, if you are living in Daegu. Daegu is the most conservative part of Korea.
Mhm.
So life in Daegu is different from life in Seoul, because Seoul is like kind of more exposed to foreigners,
Foreigners.
to liberal way of life, but Daegu is highly conserved. Like conservatives are living a much in Daegu. So now living in life in Daegu, one, basically food. If you food, Korean food, some people love Korean food. I don't fancy Korean food.
Mhm.
So, but there are some shops that offer. There are some foreign shops. For example, if you're a Muslim,
Mhm.
you have a lot of challenges with regards to food.
Mhm.
That one is that one is sure. So if because you there are lots of Koreans eat pork
Mhm.
a lot. So there even they put pork in pork products in bread.
Mhm.
Hardly would you see any Korean food that they will not put pork.
Uh-huh.
So it is difficult for
Sure.
you to eat out as a Muslim. So most times, what Muslims do, for example, for me particularly, we
Mhm.
go for vegetarian food. So you can get vegetarian pizza, vegetarian. For
Everything.
example, there's this popular Korean food, bibimbap. So
Mhm.
bibimbap, you can have a vegetarian bibimbap.
Ah,
So you can eat seafood. A lot of their Korea has a lot of
I see.
seafood. So seafoods are halal. All types of seafood are halal. So Korea have them a lot. So in terms of food, you can navigate yourself. So there are also foreign shops that sell particular maybe African shop. We have an African kitchen
There
here
you
in South Korea. Yeah, so there's an African kitchen in Daegu, sorry, in Daegu, and there are lots of that African kitchen in Seoul. If you are in Seoul, so you might be thinking, am I still back home? So it depends on where you are. So it depends on where you are. So I would advise someone that is coming that he or she should if he wants to adapt quickly to the Korean lifestyle, he should look for where foreigners are many,
Uh-huh.
because there are some regions in Korea that have little number of foreigners.
Okay.
So if you are going into those new areas, so the native Koreans might have hard time, you know, uh, accommodating you with
I see.
regards to,
I see.
you know,
They see you as a
yeah.
street
But
person.
Koreans are exactly, but basically Koreans are very hospitable kind of people.
Ah,
They
friendly.
can help, like if you need help,
Mhm.
yeah, very friendly. So if you need help, Koreans can spend their last kobo to help you if they
Sure.
really want to help you. And if Koreans don't want to help you, there is nothing you can do to them to help. So basically, like now, if you are speaking English, and most Koreans, what they know is just basic English, they might not be able to express themselves, and you are lost along the way. Please show me the way. Koreans will make sure that they show you the way. They
Yeah.
even if they are in a hurry, if you're
Uh,
able to stop them and say, please show me this way, I'm going to this particular place, they will make sure you get there. If they are going the other way, they might even take you to that place that, okay, this is the
that's
place you are
really
going.
encouraging.
So they are that nice, very nice set of people. So those are, we foreigners, we learned a lot of lessons from Korean way of being hospitality and stuff like that. So Koreans are very hospitable,
I see.
very
I
hospitable.
see.
So
So, yeah,
in
that's.
terms of food,
Uh-huh.
you may not have problem. Culture, you
Uh-huh.
might not have problem. You won't have problem. Sociability, you won't have problem. Transport, one of the best.
Sure.
Technology, you can't beat them.
Sure.
Now, okay, I think that that is about life in Korea. So maybe if you have any other question,
Ah,
you
clearly
guys
you like it
slightly
too
enjoy.
much. I like it too much. So, ending our debate, ending our interview, what would you recommend other people from around the world? For instance, some people in Africa who want to pursue or continue their studies. What would you advise them?
I will advise them on two things basically, or three. One, if you really intend to come to Korea, for you to enjoy Korea, you must start learning Korean language right from where you are coming to. It is difficult if you do not know if you don't know about Korean language. But if you know Korean language, it is the best place for you to be. So start learning Korean language if you intend to come to Korea. Two, if you intend to come to Korea for study, so start pursuing it from the onset. Start searching, be interested in Korea research. Start searching online for research papers, for professors. Start navigating through different university websites. Search for scholarship opportunities. So these things are readily available online. It just needs you to search actively. So go on Twitter, look for opportunities that people, a lot of people, Africans, share opportunities on
Yeah,
Twitter, on LinkedIn about scholarship opportunities in Korea. So navigate and network with a lot of people that are of the same interest with you. So if you are working in the same interest with people, so it is easy for you to get carried along the way and have more opportunities for more information. So platforms like this, like the one you are offering, is a good opportunity for people to know more about Korea. So these are the kind of things, if you really want to study in Korea, that you want to do. So by that, then you would have a successful entrance into South Korea. South Korea is one of the best places to live.
sure.
So you will enjoy yourself and you will enjoy your education.
I see. Thank you very much, Ashla, for your experience. Lily, you have a lot of things to share, and
Exactly.
I think you have to keep talking to different people so that different
Yes.
people around the world can learn from you, can ask you some
Yes.
questions, and get those opportunities. Then, ending, I wanted to ask where people can access your documents, your books, uh,
Mm,
work of your hand. Where can they
okay.
access them? If you can talk a little bit about that career.
Okay. Yeah, I have a Facebook page. Basically, I dish out those information. For example, this Unblock Your Path that I just released. So it was based on the class I held for scholarship opportunities, not even just in Korea.
Oh,
Scholarship opportunities like Erasmus, like Chevening, like other scholarship opportunities. How do you apply? So you can I do that. I shared my insights on my page, Facebook page, and my LinkedIn page, and on my WhatsApp status.
wow.
So and my Twitter page. So for Facebook, you can search for the name Ashraf Akintola. You can send me a friend request, and I will gladly accept. I'll spell it ASHRAFAKINTOLA. So that is for Facebook.
Yes,
And for LinkedIn, you can also search the same thing on LinkedIn.
sure.
So for that, so there are opportunities. And for WhatsApp, you can message me on WhatsApp through plus 821029476251. I would read it again. Plus 821029476251. So basically, that's for WhatsApp. So I also have my Instagram page. So you can also search the name Ashraf Akintola. So on Instagram, and for Twitter, you can also search the name underscore Ashraf underscore Akintola for Twitter also. So basically, Ashraf Akrikala, Ashraf Akrikala. So those are the names that my social media pages carry. So then I wanted to say something. Okay. Now, I also do more than just give scholarship opportunities. So soon, I will be having a kind of a webinar in collaboration with some other African guys about bioinformatics. So because I specialize in bioinformatics, so in a spirit of giving back to the society, to where I come from, the Africans and other researchers that are having problems, and some of the things that I've passed through that I've already been able to surmount the challenges. So how to access bioinformatic tools to do bioinformatic analysis of genetic analysis sequences, DNA sequences, RNA sequences, especially in Africa. So we are trying to show how easy it is, if you have the right information, to do analysis that will be making your paper published in high-ranking impact factor journals. So
Wow.
we'll be having that very soon.
In
So
Africa,
if
it
you
is still like rocket science, I know. To
so if you are a biologist or a computer scientist, a mathematician, a statistics, you are in agriculture, and you want to go into bioinformatics or molecular biology,
yes.
this program is for you. Even if you are not in those areas,
Wow.
this area, if you are proficient enough in them, it is an additional advantage for you further in your career, because the world is now moving through. For example, in the coronavirus pandemic, it shows the world the importance of this biomedical line of
Those
research.
information.
So it is very critical for you. When they say COVID-19 variant, some people just know that variant. How does it vary? So what makes a species vary to one another? So those are the sciences that we study in bioinformatics. So basically, my work is on mosquito, which causes malaria, which causes Culex clinicifatiasis, which causes filariasis and the like. So I'm doing the bioinformatic analysis of these mosquito species. So
Wow.
that is what I do for my PhD.
We shall
So
benefit many, sure.
yeah, many benefits. So I offer a lot of services for that. So not just scholarship. So other areas also.
That's really great.
Other
We are really waiting for that, bro.
yeah.
I think I will be the first person to access it and get that knowledge. For sure.
Hopefully. We've actually had one class
Uh-huh.
last semester break. We had one class which we call it Noble King Maths 1.0. So now we are now having 2.0. So if you missed the last class, you won't be missing too much in this one.
See, thank you very much. Thank you very
You're
much for
welcome.
this. Uh-huh.
You're welcome. Now, if you want to access my book, just like you requested,
Mhm.
so you can send me a message on the WhatsApp link. And also, I do share the updates on how to pay or get the book
Yes.
online. It's just for a token of $3. So
Yes.
very cheap amount, and you get a wide range of information with regards to scholarship opportunities.
Good.
So you can message me and so that you can get the book.
So, thank you very much, Ashla, for this time. If there is no other
Thank you
thing
so
to
much.
share, I
Thank
think
you.
by now this will be enough. And
Yes,
I'm
yes,
expecting a lot of questions, and different people will look for advices. And
yes,
after
yes,
that,
yes,
I think we can have another talk so that
yes, yes.
people can get to know what they don't know now.
Exactly. I'll be looking forward to that.
Sure. With that, thank you very much for your time.
The
Thank you very
pleasure
much
is
for
mine,
this
sir.
opportunity to talking with you, Mr. Ashla.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. The
So
pleasure is
thank you.
mine. Thank you so much.
Bye
So
bye.
see you some other time. Bye bye.
See you.
Yeah.